about 1.5
That's
right
all right.
now.
You're on track. You're on track. Let's get into it. We'll see if Team Spirit can bounce back. This is their map, and the desk have perfectly set the scene for what we're about to witness. This is a map that clearly is in their wheelhouse. Win percentage closing in on 80%. It's one of their most played maps, and the veto conversation will start should this fall apart for ENCE. They had the opportunity to ban it away. They chose to ban Spirit's worst instead. Now, Mir lingering in the tons. We are seeing a bit of CT aggression from Spinks and Diha. And they actually catch a glimpse of Chopper.
Dear.
Great shots, and the round's falling apart.
Yeah, that was nice and quick. I think Chopper was the one with the utility there, right out towards the B-bomb site, so he's gone.
Go on, go on.
Now just one more head to find. So this has happened very quickly. Now, one of the things that I thought could play into this matchup is if it stays as a force by war type scenario and Team Spirit don't prioritize getting their AWP out for Dust2 or ENCE don't allow them to really have that option, this could get difficult for Spirit. Now, this veto conversation is we have Dust2 about to attempt the first, and he doesn't. So all 5 stay alive for ENCE. This is, yeah, look, it doesn't make sense in our head. I'm sure the desk, if they get snappy for an interview afterwards, will ask a lot of questions about the veto, because you would have felt that they would have had the advantage if the last map wasn't going to be looking like a bit of a mirage, right? They could have banned away Overpass or Dust2 in the first phase. Then that meant that Spirit would have picked one of those 2, what was remaining, and then ENCE could have controlled the veto a little bit more. But there's a reason they removed Inferno. Maybe they don't think they're too good at it either. But this is going to be, oh my lord, a full eco. Not a force buy, not upgraded pistols.
Choo-choo, the Glock train.
A full eco.
On its way up shore. He does take a little chunk out of Chopper. And the MP9, perfect weapon for the job. Only gets 3. Only gets 3.
Jeez, okay, well, they know exactly what type of buy they're dealing with. And interestingly enough, ENCE there in that situation opted for 3 rifles and a scout. And Snappy getting 3 kills there, he'll be able to buy himself in with a rifle, no dramas. So they're going to have good weaponry to go toe-to-toe with Team Spirit right now. Hades versus Dexter with the baby Orps. You can see Snappy buying into that preferred silenced M4. Utility looking good, so both teams in round number 3. None of this force by nonsense. We have a full rifle round out the gate and some long pressure.
Long, yeah, so let's see if the CTs can weather the first Team Spirit knock. They're coming a knock in here on the long doors. And Hades has hit some sort of no-scope headshot to start us off. He was detached from the pack. He's fine. I think he pushed mid-doors.
He pushed lower dark?
Yeah, he's actually on T4.
With his scout?
I think they know it's the all-in long, and he's managed to get himself all the way around, not only with an upgraded weapon, but he's locked the doors behind them here. So, like, Snappy, all he's really worried about is anyone that slips mid. And they're going to have a 3-man, very potent short-side setup for A hold.
They even have a bunch of HEs left over. Look, they have 4 HEs on the CT side of ENCE right now. So if they cross ramp, they can use those nades for the site or the ramp. All 2 players transitioning Gandalf, and they've even caught Chopper.
Drop the smoke if they need something to play around. Spink still has one. Nade land right at the nose. SDY running out of teammates. They're boosting nicely now, and he's looking the wrong way. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Disassembling of Team Spirit's long all-in.
Oh, not the start Spirit are looking for at all. In the first 3 rounds of play, they've managed 1 kill, and that was Snappy when he was up close and personal against the Glocks on the 2nd round. So this is really, really a horrible position to find themselves in. Their confidence is not going to be, especially after this is huge.
This is nonsense.
Oh, okay. This is mental.
Against an AK.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Magic's face says it all.
What are you meant to do against that? All right, some upgraded pistols, but while we have this on our screens and maybe a second to breathe, this is a turning point in the group for ENCE. If they pick this up after the upset victory over Astralis, they can set themselves up to go through this group. Now, look, they did it in Season 13 and no one expected it. If they do it here again, that's back-to-back seasons they've gotten through. We're not considered one of even the top 4
They know how to build a team, apparently, do ENCE.
And for Spirit, this is basically the last chance they have to make a case. ENCE would have to be one of those must-beat teams, along with Bad News Bears, who they're yet to play, to at least get 2 victories. Try and convert the final to give them 3 and hope they get through in maybe a tiebreaker scenario or squeak out that 3rd. Look, round robins can still get messy. We don't know how this is going to completely play out, but Team Spirit must win this game to at least give themselves something to work with.
So they want to go mid to B. And the smoke on Chopper will be deployed now. Dexter drops a lurk smoke as well, and they'll start to pincer in. Flying up to the flank. Timing's good for Spirit, and they're struggling to finish their shots. There we go. They've got chance, a little bit of room to move to get the bomb down. ENCE will have to play retake here, and there's some weapons have fallen into enemy hands. SDY armored and equipped, as is Chopper.
They have 2 flashes here to work with, but Snappy, the one without a flash, is the only one going from doors.
Oh, well played by Chopper. He's even tagged up Doto, warding them off the site, and it will be Team Spirit making this one theirs. It was just Tech9's, a light smattering of Kevlar, and they managed to just evenly trade into that B site. Spinks unable to get more than one.
Yeah, right. They had to do better on that mid to B defense. Really needing to get a multi-kill on one of the 2, but regardless, Team Spirit post their first. They pick up 3 AKs for their troubles. And, well, the lack of frags, that's quickly gone out of the conversation there because they've grabbed 4. So 5 in total now, and they can start working on this T side. Money good for ENCE to go for another buy. I think it's Snappy, the only one who's going to be a little bit light on as far as the cash is concerned. But this got awkward. So normally when you see the lurk smoke, somebody wants to stay close to the lurk smoke, right? That's traditionally how you want it to go down. But I think knowing they were up against pistols, Spinks wanted to put some distance between him and the opponent.
They want to contain Mir again. He's up to his usual tricks. And ooh, a lot of flak caught by SDY and Mir. Spinks is even connected onto the B-Tons player. So now we're cooking with gas in terms of ENCE bouncing straight back. You're going to have to give up on the long campaign.
So much damage to sustain, right? Just trying to get long territory. Sure, you have it.
You know it's double AWPs now, right? Because Spinks has fired off a shot. I mean, it's safe to assume Hades, the primary AWPer, is equipped as well. So that could mean that if you can successfully get into the B site, much less likelihood of a retake. Spinks is going to be standing to stop that. And they're currently navigating away towards middle, rejoining Mir and Magix, who've hit pause at top mid and long doors respectively.
It's going to get awkward. Diha's going to stand a fight here. He's not going to fall back. They're going to contest this here, ENCE.
Yeah, and the one is fine. Committed to this now, and you can see he's just dancing away from all that trace of fire. I think he caught 1 bullet. Walking through.
The lineup.
Diha does get more than 1, 2 in fact, and the flash is good. He didn't see him in the corner, works it out and finishes it off. Oh, perfect play from ENCE. Very reactive. This is very modern-day Counter-Strike coming out of ENCE.
They didn't have any other option there unless they were completely willing to concede the A-bomb site from long and short, because you can see Dodo was watching the long cross from spawn. So if you don't hold on to short, you lose everything, and then you're playing a retake setup with a man advantage. And Diha, some massive balls to hang around. They even tried to molly him out of position. Snappy, not going to find the frag, tucked in behind the box. Magix will survive, and if he went down, that would have been dismal for his loss bonus. So, again, we find Team Spirit in this weird scenario. They can buy an AWP. That was a nice shot. Spinks right there. This almost worked out even more perfectly for Diha. Almost loses them in the smoke.
But every player can imagine how dreamy that is for him after you've killed 2 to have flash coming and you just keep holding W playing anti. You just know, like bloodhound mode activated. Nose to the ground. Follow that scent. Dexter is going to be smoked off of long, and they maintain control. Hey, dream start for ENCE, not only into the 6th, but you've got control of long. You can park Doto now in towards the more turret-like position of Pit.
Spinks needs to be very careful here. Very, very careful. The barrel might get spotted by Chopper. This is going to be difficult. Might get baited into this by the upper dark presence.
Gonna get by Chopper.
Run! Oh, Diha with the save. That is huge. The trust right there.
What a rescue. Instant response from the emergency services of Diha.
That's huge.
I thought he was cooked.
Chopper was licking his lips right there.
Yeah.
Felt like he had a free AWP on the deck, but now they're having to pivot back towards short.
Great utility damage. They've been succeeding more often than not when these HEs leave their hands. I think we can check in on that utility damage as well while they gather.
165 for Dia, 102 for Snappy,
Yeah, okay.
88 for Spinks.
That's 5 rounds in.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Go on, Hades. You
This
can
is
peek around this. I
Very
like the
curious.
angle and already finding Magics.
Creative.
Very creative. He's got more to provide as well off the flash. And oh, he did isolate. SDY's still alive. That's the bomb as well. And steadies his aim for a conversion. 5-1. This is supposed to be the gimme.
That was like the reverse Simple. You know how Simple uses it when he's watching the long cross and drops it near Gandalf so he can peek either side? That was very creative there from Hades.
And he can peek up on the bomb boxes up the site as well for another angle in the gap. Here it is,
Big
bodyguard
save.
D.
Thank you very much.
Spinks definitely just like, what's the word? Squeaky bum time. He's just squeezing every muscle he has in his body as he turns that corner. Circle strafing around.
And that basically swatted them back towards A, right? That stopped any peaks they wanted to have towards that B bomb site. So just that one kill and get on out of here.
It's in the same way Spinks finding Dexter on the double AWP round. You know, you just completely remove that prong from Team Spirit. They tried to return to it and to no avail. All right, well, they're back down in the doldrums of Deagles. It's going to be some Kevlar vests, keep them at least a little competitive.
I want to ask you this question.
Go on.
And we hope Natu's not listening, but do you think he loves these guys as much as he did the full Finnish roster, or are these guys more like they're adopted? You know, he loves them.
Are you suggesting you wouldn't love adopted children as much as your own children? That's...
No, I don't know. They're just not your own flesh and blood, Alex. That's all I'm saying.
I understand where you're coming from. I think there's definitely a part of him that was very in love with the whole idea. Hang on a second. Diha is being tested by 2 different angles. It's really not the perfect weapon for the job.
No.
You can't lose another one of these. You can't lose another one of these.
No.
You're losing one of these. Dexter's Deeg is too much. And from behind, they do strike. Chopper doesn't finish his meal. Magix does. So, it turns out Team Spirit can win rounds with pistols and armor. They can't seem to do it with guns.
Yeah, well...
Or ENCE can lose rounds against pistols and armor. They can't lose rounds with gun. How do you want to frame it?
Ooh. I like the Spirit framing because now they can throw that out the window now if they convert this gun around. They have everything they need, again, right? They took the full eco on the second round of play here. They got themselves an early gun round. We've seen them already have a couple, and here we go one more time. A very, very fast biff down middle for Cat and mid control.
Yeah, they're doubled up on short, though, and the flash is good. Dozo for 1. Hades being pushed. Still gets it. Vision must have just returned in time to adjust. And now, suspicions that Team Spirit can't convert when there's a full weapon in their hand has continued to be supported and backed up by the evidence. Doto finding the opener. Hades keeping the numbers favoring the ENCE squad.
Yeah, the icon definitely said he was flashed. Be interesting to see just how blind he was or was not.
Yeah, I think counting it in my head, it felt like he'd weathered the majority of that flash.
Well, they could still win this round. They have a decent amount of utility here. They could drop the bridge and the avant-garde smoke if they'd like. They have a molly for sight, 1 for goose, 1 for ramp. So plenty of nades for Spirit to operate with here, and you can see the bridge smoke being lined up. Avant-garde smoke 2. Molly towards the ramp, molly towards A ramp, and, well, they're giving it a go. Oh.
Dear, dunk down. I don't know how Hades will explain that one. But they're into the site now, and Spinks is the one that's making it difficult from arm's length on long. He tries to contest. They know the jump from Snappy was there. Swinging very wide. Good edge, and Diha does trade. Wow. Fine margins determining this one. ENCE will make it 6.
Yeah, and now there's a chance for Spirit because they can purchase again, facilitated by the pistol round win. Again, this has already happened with them once this game.
Oh no, I think he might have fully. Yeah, okay. He did just have time to adjust. It was the second molly that completely caught him off guard. The nades followed as well.
Yeah, I think because his teammates said they were flashing, you know, or he was calling for one of the two. He didn't want to, you know, not use it. But here you go. You can see this cobbled together by Deagle, Galil, and Dexter's AWP. Not the double ult for Spinks, however. He'll have to operate with an M4. It looks like they're ready to pop. Everybody's here.
Ooh, the smoke arrives. Just as they threw it, The door smoke comes out, that's surely going to rumble the plans.
It's a good cancel, because you'd hate to just throw away this orb through a smoke.
But surely Snappy now is expecting like some tons action, some short action.
Yeah. It would be weird for it just to be a bit of a fake, and Snappy's actually in the best position to find action, or at least information.
Hinge smoke deployed, and then they go back to B. That could be it.
Yeah, there's no reason that they can't reinitiate on what they were hoping to get away with. They still have a smoke on Dexter. They've got one for Chopper.
He's trying to make it look like there's a full short gathering right now.
So this kind of feels like overpassing, you know, when teams commit to going to B and they're just hanging around backyard and maybe they throw a flash over playground. Similar scenes right here because the B hit is still coming on in and it has shown weakness. So there's good cause to hit this bomb site one more time.
Door smoke out. Spinks readies himself to strike. Deha for the first contact. Spinks starts to unload his mag. It's good damage.
Lots of damage.
And it's Deha with the lethality. Double so far. Another one onto Deha. 3 to his name as they do enter the site. A bit fluffy from Snappy. He didn't hit his shots and loses his head. And now a problem. Chopper's holding the tons push. SDY will be allowed to get the bomb down. It's only an MP9, but the MP9 sings, and so does Doto. Smile on his face. 2 to 5 for SDY. 1 closing the gap. He's got close very quickly.
Oof.
And it's a dunk.
A nade!
What a perfect calculation.
Oh, come on now, Doto.
He's done his trigonometry on that one.
That is ridiculous. The nade's sailing past. I thought, oh, he's fluffed that one. What's he banked it off there?
He's gone for the back box.
Just the back wall.
I thought SDY had a 1v2 in the chamber right there.
Go easy as you like.
Let's see it from the other POV. So Deha does so well to finish what Spinks started. He gets 3. And then SDY, this is the nade, bounces off the back wall, right at his toes as he starts to strafe. Big plays from Dota. He took down Chopper as well in that.
Yeah, huge stuff. 7-2, the scores read now. And Spirit again, well, the loss bonus, it's there. Another strange-looking buy with the scout in play. Hades tagged up initially here. And no map territory to really have a bit of a gander at. They've only played Spinks over towards B, so this is quite curious knowing how hammered that side of the map's getting. I just keep kind of pushing the issue over here if I'm Team Spirit, because the rounds have been... They've just negated the hinge smoke with the smoke of their own. Doors is doubly smoked off.
Yeah, but ENCE have kind of cracked the Team Spirit code so far. Some hero plays in there for good measure. Hades will forego control as the utils dropped in. Oh, Deha, what are you up to? They're boosting for the AWP peak. Dexter's the nade, and oh, he's cooked perfectly as well from Hades. Set up for success by Deha.
Yeah, these are great. These little micro moves, these boosts, keeping it very dynamic, and then back to the mid to B we go. Yeah,
I mean, this actually could hurt. This could be the end for ENCE, unless Doto can find one now. He's trying everything he can, but there they go. Just like that.
Spinks is
still here, and SDY's his first victim. Doubles to finish it. And so, Team Spirit, they thought they targeted the weakness, but far from it. They handle it with ease. Doto stepping up to at least contest that mid-split, and finished off by Spinks.
Now, we've seen plenty of halves with the scoreline sitting at 8-2, and then you come back and it's a 9-6 or an 8-7 or something of the sorts. But Team Spirit are about to have to go into... Oh, I was going to say an eco. It's a half buy. The max loss bonus is there, so they can invest heavily like this.
100% success rate in rounds like this, Chad.
You're right, actually. You're bang on. So this is probably better than not. That's a Dodo peak. I haven't seen one of those before. Gets swung on. Chopper dead already.
In answer to your previous question, by the way, about whether or not it's, you know, Natu loves these boys equally, I think...
Only if they win.
with every win, it gets closer to the being that close.
Okay. Just have to get to a major final, I think.
Yeah, you know, he sees Doto. That's enough. He's got the finish flag on it. And they've got Snappy, at least delivering one. Now, Hades will have to play more passive now. He doesn't get overrun by wide strafing deagles and a quick bop from Dexter's scout. But this wall of smokes will only get you so far. You have to get across that pesky secondary line. Hades does have the AWP, but Dexter Scout's the one to connect. He's vulnerable now. And he's given up the sight. SDY
Oh,
will punish in the one way. It is Doto, however, that stops the first. Now, bomb's on Mir. Mir is low, but they are hitting everything they have to. Here's the flank to finish it all. Bomb's loose, and only one remains. It's on to SDY. 2 to find, dancing around. It's high pressure. He needs headshots, and it's not to be. Diha will lock us down, and ENCE are pursuing double digits here. We're only in round 12. They'll have a full buy again, but Team Spirit no longer 100% successful on their armored pistols.
Now, here's the thing, right? This was the shoe-in map. This is the one that we were like, yeah, you know, if Team Spirit gets to Dust2, they're going to win it. They're really good at this map. And like I was just prefacing before, the scoreline's not crazy out of control just yet, where that isn't still the case. It's just if ENCE continue at this speed and continue to just swat away these gun rounds, it very much could be an ENCE quick 2-0. And I thought this one here was going to go the distance, but again, an info play. Diha and Spinks have taken a huge gamble. They've pushed up a dark. They've called it completely clear. The focus can now be towards long. And again, there's a HE, there's a molly, there's a couple of smokes to stop this cross.
Chad, last time Spirit tried this, they got the same info.
That's right.
And they countered it with a beautifully stacked A site.
Yeah, he's pushed lower duck with a scout.
And he's extinguished the car molly, so they're going to be operating under the assumption there's still someone to contend with there. Look at this. Okay. High flash to counter as they do set up the open pit.
Oh,
careful,
he's so lucky to be alive.
Through the box. Lives to tell the tale of the Degster tag, and Spinks has locked the door behind them, as we would expect. He can't leave. And they won't. I mean, this is Team Spirit we're talking about. Once they're in, they're in.
I'm just curious what are ENCE going to do right now, because so far they are clustered towards CT and the bridge. Diha's now playing in the site. Remember Snappy's molly to keep this awkward. More shots are missing, and here comes the cross. It's all about to hit the fan.
Drop the one way. It's going to be down in time. So for survival. 1 for 1. Time-sensitive mission now, about the 30-second mark. Mir is across and elevated. Whoa! Diha throws some aggression into the mix of his own.
The flank's still coming.
It is. He's closing the door slowly. Dexter to peeking. Does get the info. Spinks will have to be careful now. And the great spray control bests the AWPer. Now they're open for the flank. They're very vulnerable. Spinks falls to Chopper, and again in the 1v1. So close to finally breaking through. Spirit have had a couple of those.
Doto's having a banger of a series. Much more impact noted here again. That retake on the B site, just then closing out another one. Safe pair of hands and a half right here.
Also, like, the way Spinks handled that duel with Dexter, like, as a player myself, when I know that I've, the info's been gotten safely by the AWPer and he's peeking back into me, and I have to commit to this because it's a retake, I don't know how he's managed to find that so easily.
Yeah, he stayed calm, didn't he?
So calm. Great monitoring of the spray. Makes Dexter look silly.
Well, they biff straight up Cat. This is fast again from Team Spirit. When in doubt, hit the W key, apply all this pressure. Dropping the bridge smoke this early is going to force out so much respect. The jump peak as well. SDY seeing how much he can sell this. If he goes for one of those, Hades might just flick off his head. And that's enough. It's caused a massive rotation. ENCE have left the B bomb site completely evacuated. Doto still has long info. They're just expecting a fast Cat hit. It's all going to be on Spinks right now. Unless they get back over and help him out. Lickety split.
No one's helping. Spinks is truly watching mid and B as a solo anchor at this point in time. Diha will be able to take that responsibility back. So now Spinks, you'd think, can focus his attention on tons. He's not, though. It's going to come down to timing.
Coming.
Here they come. Spinks, all to do, does get completely flashed off, and the site is theirs already. Off the flash in response. He peeks out for nothing. Crosshairs were in the right place. Snappy's on the rotate through, looking the wrong way. An easy frag for Mir to find, and it should be Spirit's round all day of the week.
And maybe a save as well. So there you have it. 10-3. It has been this B bomb site. Those two pistol rounds they won, help me, Alex, were they both at B? Because there was the one where Spinks, he was going towards back of Plat, and he got caught off guard.
Yeah.
That was the one I remember.
I remember that one.
I'm trying to remember the other one. I think it must be all the rounds coming through this B bomb site here. And this one was more because of that early cap pressure. It drew that rotation quite quickly. You saw that Diha was only operating with an MP9 there as well, so we know that the weapons for ENCE to close out this half are not going to be fantastic. So Team Spirit, even though they have been looking battered and bruised, could still walk away with 5, which I'd be happy with, to be completely honest. This has been a difficult half for them. 5 rounds on the nose. Might be more than enough, but Hades maintains the AWP. Doto keeps onto that M4, and knowing the way Snappy's been calling throughout this event, it's likely just to see a buy.
Yeah, but also the way Snappy's been calling is when he's had these leads and when he's had these slight disadvantages in the weapon department, he likes to let them off the leash.
You're right.
You know, a free day, if you will.
We had free pants day. We didn't even have. You could wear whatever trousers
we
you
called
wanted to
him
school.
Mufti Day.
Mufti Day.
It was for a bear for the. I think it was for charities in Africa.
Okay.
Comedic relief. Comedy relief. It had a name.
Okay.
We wore red noses, and you paid £1, and you got to wear your own clothes.
We called that Red Nose Day.
That's the one. But I was thinking of another one. I think Mufti was a different bear. There's lots of famous bears.
Paddington.
I loved him.
Yogi.
And he loved marmalade. Or was it Marmite? No, it was Marmite.
Yeah, Marmite might have some branding issues.
Yeah,
so.
you're right. I don't know. You got the write-up for that one, actually.
Forcing this U2 early.
Oh, and they're pushing mid, and oh, damn, Deagle's threatening. That's the bomb spotted on Chopper. Spotted in mid. They're going to surely pincer into B. Spink's going to have to be another one of those hero moments.
What's he
Good
to
luck,
do?
have fun, mate.
What's he to do?
He's going to get pre-fired. He's going to get shot in the bottom.
Oh, help me, guys, please.
Maybe not. He's caught nearly 2. Dexter's his next victim. Spinks above and beyond the Call of Duty. He's jumped on, dinks another, and that's the round. Fair play. Spinks did an awful lot with a very little there. SMG and a Dream double. Yeah, he is your impact player. Damage into 300 realm. Dinking out Mir as well with his USP.
That's huge. That was massive right there. Insane, considering what was on this round, right? We knew that it was only the 2 save rifles and a force buy for everybody else, and he pulls that magic off right there. That is crazy. This is definitely falling apart at the seams right now. Another buy with not everything right now for Spirit, and away they go out long. They get the opening. Mir has opened up the exchange. Snappy has to fall back, and the pressure's still coming.
Don't forget the bomb now, boys.
Yeah, they're probably so worried about a flank at this point as well. There we go. We got it. We picked it up. We're good.
Spinks is already in lower tons, so if Doto walks through and clears it as well, surely they'll be over on A before Team Spirit start throwing out their wall of smokes.
Well, Hades is leaving middle now as well. Diha's starting to get a move on. And again, note how much utility there is for them to try and thwart this long take. Oh, this time Hades not getting away with his life. Dexter finally lands a clean one. And a 3-on-5. Should be 4. Needs to be 4.
They're not expecting another AWP. Oh, dear. Can't hit the shot, and he won't get many more opportunities like that. Dexter collects a freebie. And so Team Spirit looking for their 4th, just 2 clicks of the mouse away. End this half on a high. A rather scarce high. It's been rather absent from the Team Spirit T half. Molly and nade towards Goose, not bad. Doesn't quite force matches out of line. 11 for ENCE, though, on this defense. It really has put within touching distance, finishing it on the guaranteed Spirit map. 11-4, all right. Now we're cooking. We'll swap sides. We'll put the international roster over on the attack, and we'll see if Spirit's defense is up to snuff.
Hey Future Pros! For this episode, I'll show you a neat little smoke that would help you when retaking B. This smoke will completely block off the B tunnels. To do the smoke, run into this corner next to the truck. Aim as shown, then jump through the smoke. If done correctly, the entrance to B tunnels will be completely obscured. Make sure you don't have a teammate planning on going through tunnels, as he is going to be one angry retaker if that is the case.
no need to go begin. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win. No guts, no glory, not a part of my story. I'm going hard for that trophy, it's why they all been on me. No guts, no glory, there's no need to go begin. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win.
Wake up, put the work in, that's the only way it's gonna work out. Hard work and dedication, no time for procrastination. Takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of heart mixed with motivation. On the days that you feeling down, look in the mirror for your inspiration. Like, woo, just notice, never stop, never quit. People wanna see you doing good, but never better than them. Gotta push yourself to the limits. You cannot lose if you are not in it. You gotta lose sometimes just to win it. Don't get discouraged, it's just the beginning. Yeah, turn up. Don't end up a Timmy Turner. Don't get caught up in the streets. Don't get caught up with a burner. Don't be a slow learner. Oh no, you only get one shot, one chance. Talking March Madness at the big dance. Talking big man on campus. Like
no guts, no glory, not a part of my story. I'm going hard for that trophy, it's why they all been on me. No guts, no glory, there's no need to go begin. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win. No guts, no glory, not a part of my story. I'm going hard for that trophy, it's why they all been on me. No guts, no glory, there's no need to go begin. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming it's to win.
Chad, what do you make of this? 11-4. Spirit's map pick. Spirit's most dominant map in recent history, and a team that you were hot for.
On day one.
On day one.
On day one, and then I jumped off the train.
What day are we on now? 4?
We're only on day 3.
Okay,
I jumped off the train after day 1 and I said, that's it, I've seen enough. Because I was putting this Spirit team on such a pedestal that I thought they'd come and hit the ground here individually. Now, the individuals have had their moments, they just haven't been getting it done as a team. And the 11-4, ENCE are looking like they want another.
They were ready for that one. Just a quick click of Hades' mouse, and down goes Dexter. You can see 1xBet odds on your screen. They are disastrous for Team Spirit fans and those that expected this one to be at least going to 3. D-Hurt, something. Magic's way more. Oh my God, multiple targets.
Come on.
He's nearly done it all.
He's still going.
He's still going, leading bullets more than anything else. The only separating factor from his frags is the amount of bullets in his pistol. 1v2 for Spinks as the taps come in.
Oh, he's under so much pressure.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy to plant. He's considering it. He could get swung on. Takes the draw mirror into the line of fire. It's SDY that takes the shot.
Well, kicked off in a very good way, but I have to credit Magic's right there. He's fantastic with the headshots. And yeah, and when they were crossing. So we got 2 coming out of the smoke and 1 on the cross. So he's good with the pistol and he's good with the headshots. And we get to see both right there.
But that also is a good demonstration of how quiet he was in the first. The fact that he gets 3 kills on the pistol and presenting just 7 into our 17th. He is a very, very capable individual and one of those grinders you were talking about that put them on the pedestal in the first place. So expecting to see him reawaken here.
It's like a bit of a B-pop here as Tech9's board up. Some util for it as well, and that smoke might actually help them as part of this execution. Here we go.
Yeah, they'll flash through it and go through SDY's vision, and he's got nothing. Okay, they have the sight already. Doto just gets a blind one through the smoke.
Oh, dearie me.
Okay, it should all fall apart here. There's weapons to be retrieved, there's rounds to be won, but Team Spirit only the pistol to boast before it's taken right back under ENCE rule.
Oh, I think Snappy must sit his team down and say, listen, guys, I know none of you want to use the Tech9, but watch this. And now they've all bought it and just absolutely steamrolled Spirit. Taste their own medicine right there. They were getting away with those pistol rounds on the B-bomb site with the upgrades, and oh, here's exactly that.
Let me see that Doto just drive by through the smoke. Dexter was already in the window. Mir was just about to be behind him for the trade.
More of these 4 spies. Who would have thunk it? I do like it. I was talking about it before, but just because we had so much slow percentage-based Counter-Strike, to see people playing it like this, it does get me going. the whiff from SDY. It's like he just couldn't get the cross there where he needed
It's
it.
too far, like it's just too quick.
Jumping, yep. All right. They all just took fights.
The Tech 9. You know, and because Counter-Strike is such a volatile and easily influenced beast, watch everyone start using the Tech 9 again.
I think I have it equipped. I don't buy it. The Deagle was just too tantalizing.
See, for me, it's in this horrible midpoint between I want to bang out with a $700 Deagle and I'm just being a wimp with a P250.
Sure.
And it's like that lovely $300 and $700. You start throwing 500 into it.
Yeah.
I just can't quite believe the Tech 9 believe in it. But of course, Snappy certainly does, and it's a big part of how ENCE have had so much success. So they're going from mid to B. Snappy's selling the A fake to keep 3 CTs busy, and then SDY and Mir with armored Deagles have to contend with an entire squad. Here they come. Loud about it as well. And multiple men's, multiple angles. Good molly as well from the Bricks position.
That was really good, really well handled. You know, just pesky positions as you're talking about the Bricks position near the car. To throw that molly, knowing that you only have one avenue to run through, you can make it very, very awkward here. How much more are they going to get? Up close and personal. Tech 9 not going to land from Snappy this time round.
That's a really nice crouch. You might want to have a look at this. They've got a kit on Magics. They find one now. And they find bullets instead. Hot lead pumped into the last 2, makes it 13 for ENCE. And they're looking to take another big scalp here. Like, this is going to be ENCE becoming a serious conversation for Group A top 3.
Yeah, and this was not really on the docket, I don't think. For me, the group from day one, like, let's take me being wildly enthusiastic about Spirit out of the equation, right? You've got Heroic, you've got Vitality. And then for that third spot, I think the conversation was probably going to be Astralis/Spirit. Now that conversation for third, look, ENCE can blow this group wide open. I think Spirit and Bad News Bears are going to find themselves at the bottom of the barrel. This is about to get dicey long, Alex. They've actually stacked here, and this flash is ready on Chopper. Hold up a second. Thank you for holding. We'll now be continuing our conversation about Group A. So anyway, as we were saying, yeah, ENCE are now in the conversation, and the Astralis, Jason mentioned it on the desk earlier. The Astralis scalp, if we get down to tiebreaker scenarios, that's a really nice one to have.
Yeah.
I think this Vitality versus Heroic game at the end of the day, the one coming up after this, 8 p.m. CEST, is going to be really going to set who's going to top the group.
I think ENCE's path is also going to be really determined by Heroic's results. Because they've got 2 wins already, and their next opponents are Vitality Astralis. So if Heroic get into a dominant fashion, ENCE get a red carpet run. And on the other side of the field, should Heroic go on quite the opposite and plummet, they'll have given a bit more of an opportunity to ENCE regardless. So basically, you want them to either really win or really lose in those Heroic head-to-heads. But of course, Heroic definitely demonstrating their ability against Bad News Bears and Spirit so far.
Well, if we get to the final day of play, and Heroic versus Astralis is the marquee fixture, and Astralis like on the cusp, right? And they have to, Glaive has to take down Cadian to get them into the playoffs, right? There you go. There's our storyline.
You've got me.
Everyone hang around.
Ready? Yeah.
Friday, that's Friday at 8.
Sign me up. Friday at 8. Put it in your calendar. Oh, chopper. Chopper. Absolutely booked by Hades. The trajectory of the smoke giving him a nice early warning, and he hasn't stopped. There's more AWP frags in the feed. This one's just going to peter out into nothingness.
Now they can just go towards A. It's just Dexter here on his lonesome.
Yeah, and he's getting swung on by Long, so he doesn't even get a chance. SDY and Mir just running fast, and D-Hurt tapping away. 25. The boys are coming in on an individual level as well. Like, we talked about Spirit's individuals and them being head turners. D-Hurt, as he adjusts his glasses like an anime protagonist, he's certainly playing like one.
Should I go warm the car up?
Yeah, you probably should.
Yep. Well, pack your bags, get your keys.
Where's the second one come from? Just a little jiggle, or
oh,
it dropped? Oh, man.
He only got a speck there in the scope of that drop, and this was some lovely shooting from DR as well. Oh, come on, boys. It's all over Red Rover here. 15-5 is the score. The force by 2 scouts. Deagle, MP9, Famous. This is a matter of time game right now. I'm happy to call it. Certus, he's standing by. He's thrown in the white towel.
No, he's actually he's making his standing desk into a standing desk because he's going to start shouting. He's just pressing the button.
Or he gets his guitar out and he sings him a song.
Yeah, that too. Wonderwall.
The sun will come out.
Tainted Love.
I like that flash. It's a bit nerdy, but Get them a lot. Snappy goes down. The bomb is just on the other side. It's Molly. This might get a bit awkward.
I'm not even worried, mate. Steher is in the zone at this point in time. 5v4, sure.
They just missed 2 mollies though. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel like they don't need them.
Okay, so they're just burning utility.
Yeah, they want it to feel like an failed A take.
All right.
Because the reality is the CT aggression here, the late and away boost is exactly what he's pre-aiming. You're so gross. And they get them both. Told ya.
Yeah, well, back to B they can go now. Knowing that that AK was picked up from Magix, they can head over towards B, and SDY only as a scout is going to have to bang off so many heads here.
Good start, needs more, way more, does go 1 for 1. And that
damage.
might prove insignificant. They get the smoke on the doors, it's Dexter and Magix. They want to do a full diligent clear and equip themselves with what they can. Maybe swap those weapons away. Yeah, okay, we'll take a FAMAS.
They're both going tunnels as well. Yeah, if we can pack this one up. Hades is here with the AWP. Left, right, good night, coming on in.
A couple more clicks, and that one comes real easy, as does the second, not to be, Magix. Low HP. Plenty of time, he's not in a rush. Spink should have him to the right here on the elevated angle. And D had to collect ENCE. All right, now that is a statement. They're here to stay and slay in Group A. ENCE setting their sights on the top 3, and this is a group with heroic